Ruben Amorim would like to strengthen his midfield this coming January transfer window, but according to reports by ESPN reporter Mark Ogden, that will not be happening. But before we get into this, guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Temi. I talk about my favorite club in the world, Manchester United. If you're new here, welcome. Make sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and stay locked in. All right, so let's get right into this. As I said just earlier, Ruben Amorim wants to add midfielders this January, and I do not blame him, because what is very obvious in this team right now is that we are lacking in midfield. Casemiro has been doing a great job this season, but with Bruno Fernandes in midfield, we're just a little bit too open, and I am not surprised that there is interest in a plethora of different midfielders. João Gomez from Wolves being one, Elliot Anderson from Nottingham Forest being one, as well as Carlos Baleba from Brighton. But according to Mark Ogden, the focus is on getting the big money, the players on big wages essentially off of their contracts, i.e. Casemiro, Harry Maguire, Jadon Sancho. There's also a belief that Marcus Rashford, his huge weekly wage will be offloaded by either Barcelona or another club, and then the club will invest in signings in the summer. How do I feel about that? One, I'm really happy that Ruben Amorim is expressing interest in fixing the problems right now. Very, very happy about that. It's showing some know-how, it's showing some aggression, and I like that. You know, I've been very critical of him, and I'm happy that he's not thinking long-term like the managers are, or like the ownership is. What else am I happy about? I'm happy that the players that we're looking at are all very good players. João Gomez, very good player. Elliot Anderson, I really, really like, and he's been excellent for Nottingham Forest this season. Carlos Baleba, he's the one. He's the one that I think most Manchester United fans want, and he hopefully we get him. Hopefully we get all of them. Honestly, if I was Manchester United, I'd be investing all of my money into the midfield these upcoming transfer windows, because we are desperately lacking in that area. Now, a lot of fans don't know too much about João Gomez unless they're watching Wolves week in and week out, but he is an excellent ball carrier, and his progressive passing is also very good, something that we need in our team right now. Carlos Baleba, I think a lot of fans know him by now. Young player, I believe about 20, 21 years old, has been starring for Brighton for quite a while now. Elliot Anderson, very good player, is really showing himself this season. I didn't pay too much attention to him last season, but every time I've seen him play, I'm like, man, that's a really, really good player. But again, Mark Ogden reporting that we're not going to make any signings, and I think it's this whole long game thing. We want to offload, we want to clean up the wage bill before we keep reinvesting money. Which, listen, there's an impatient side of me that's saying we have to do something now. We have to keep on trying to be aggressive. But I understand the logic of, being patient and waiting for these contracts to expire. Harry Maguire's contract expiring, Casemiro's contract's expiring, Jadon Sancho. So we'll have more money then. But I think we need reinforcements now. And here's why I've been critical of Ruben Amorim: just play Kobbie Mainoo. Use your squad more. I keep on hearing this whole thing of, Kobbie Mainoo's a defensive liability. We're already conceding a ton of goals. We need more midfielders on the pitch, regardless. I'm not a big fan of this formation. I think a lot of people are saying, if Ruben Amorim gets the players he wants, we are going to be a much better team, and we'll play better. We'll play possession-based football. We won't play this transitional football we've been playing for the last, since Ruben Amorim's essentially been the Manchester United's manager. I am of the belief that we should invest this winter. I think we need to at least make one signing, just one midfield signing, even if it's not necessarily one of those marquee signings like a Baleba or a an Elliot Anderson or whatever the case may be, those players that are going to cost a lot of money, even if it's a loan signing, we just need to add to this squad. Like, it's very obvious that this midfield is lacking. It's very obvious that we need to reinvest, or to continue to invest in this midfield. You feel me? So I don't know, man. I'm of the opinion that we need to do something ASAP, no Rocky. You feel me? ASAP, no Rocky. So what are your thoughts on that, guys? There's so many things swirling around in the news. I'm excited for all of these players. I think all the players that we're being linked with are players that would be a value add to the squad. Every single one. Gomez, Baleba, Anderson, they're all good players in my opinion. All players that I believe could help our team. João Gomez is the one that looks the most feasible. According to reports, they're talking about 44 million pounds to get him in January. Listen, I'd splash the cash. I'd splash the cash. Go get him. Go get him immediately. Go get him immediately. If 44 million pounds, in my opinion, is not a lot of money in the January transfer window. And just one signing, it's not like we're making 3 or 4 signings in January. We never do that, and pretty much no clubs do that, right? Just one. I think people underestimate how a January signing can really impact the team, especially when it's an experienced or proven player. I think those type of signings, i.e. Henrik Larsson, i.e. Vidic, like players like that, you know what I mean, can do things, can make an impact going into the second half of the season. But what are your thoughts on that, guys? I'm interested to hear what you guys are thinking about that. The last thing I'm going to talk about today, and something I wasn't planning on talking about, but reports are saying that Benjamin Sesko is going to be out for at least a month with an injury. At least a month with an injury. What are your thoughts on that, guys? It looks like it might be Xerxes' time to shine. It's unfortunate that Sesko's hurt because, we need to get him a run of games. We need to, we need to get him in the flow. We need to get him more confidence, right? It's not been the greatest start, in my opinion, to his Manchester United career, and this injury is not helping that. But like I said in my previous videos, and you can go check them out, I think Joshua Xerxes is equally as capable as Benjamin Sesko. So as long as Emre can trust Xerxes, because my fear right now is that Matheus Cunha is going to be the one to come in and play at that number 9, and then he's going to fill in somewhere at the number 10 spot. And I don't want that to happen. I do not want that to happen. I would much rather us go with Xerxes, Cunha, and Buemo. That would be what I want to see right now. I think Joshua Xerxes makes Cunha and Buemo better players because he is the best link striker we have, right? By far. His hold-up play is better. His ability on the ball, he's more technically gifted than Benjamin Sesko. He's not the finisher that Benjamin Sesko is, obviously, as we've seen. If we look at Sesko's career in Germany, Xerxes' time in Italy, Sesko's clearly a better finisher, but I think Xerxes does everything else, better. I think he's just an all-around better footballer, you feel me, than Benjamin Sesko. But get well soon, Benjamin Sesko. I want our squad to be at full fitness if at all possible. That would be fantastic. That would be absolutely fantastic. So, what are your thoughts on this, guys? Should Xerxes be the one getting the minutes, or would you want to see Matheus Cunha playing at number 9? Get your thoughts in the comments, guys. I want to hear all your feelings about not making signings in the January transfer window, like Mark Ogden is saying. What are your thoughts on João Gomez? What are your thoughts on Baleba? What are your thoughts on Elliot Anderson? Hit the like button for me, guys. Hit the subscribe button. Make sure to follow. We're going to keep dropping these videos as much as humanly possible. Okay, I'm going to keep making these videos for you guys, all right? Like I said before, guys, I appreciate you. Make sure to hit the subscribe button. Show some love to your boy, and we'll chat real soon, all right? Deuces.